miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Slot man moves right. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance eluding the pressure right.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Oh, able to avoid him.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Sliding out of the pocket.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lance to throw it.
They'll roll him out right. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Niners at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
McCaffrey on the counter, and not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 14. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. McCaffrey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second down and goal. Lance gets it out wide to Davis-Price. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He's got Hurst, his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll fire this one deep for Hearns. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. Lance now on 1st down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Flush to his right. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Touchdown! Elijah Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to let it go again. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. 11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great...
And now here is another interception. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here we go. Red 38.
They'll run with a fullback. Juszczyk. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Burrow looking to pass. Airing it out for Hearns. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Black shot. Ready, go.
And Lance going to throw. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Strike. Check, strike. Set, go.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. Down right around the 25. This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Being chased out left. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Looking to throw on second down. Lance eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
On 1st down, Lance.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll fire this one deep for Hearns. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He finds Hearns left side. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. On play action, Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touch.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Flush to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From the 6. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker